On this episode, we're headed to Central Kentucky Outdoors near Savisa, Kentucky. We're going to be hunting with John Brash. John manages several hundred acres for big trophy whitetail bucks. He also offers spring turkey hunts.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, ignition, liftoff.
Oh, here we are. It is 4:49 a.m. We're in Kentucky, Central Kentucky Outdoors. September 1st, opening day of deer season here in Kentucky. Just rolling out of bed. Got 4 or 5 days to get a velvet buck. This morning we're going doe hunting. My goal is to get one doe. She's an old blind doe. I missed her 2 years ago at 9 yards. She's been hit by a car. She's blind. I've missed her once. My buddy Dave's missed her 2 or 3 times. She's just got 9 lives. So we're going to see what we can do this morning. Get her done.
This segment of Bone Wild TV is brought to you by Pulsar Night Vision and Thermals, Al's Goldfish Lure Company, TBJ Gourmet.
Well, I got her. I got the blind doe that I set out to get. I missed her 2 years ago at 9 yards. She's down right now. I'm gonna go get John. Yeah. Very excited. It is opening morning. It's a quarter till. Trying to think of the time difference here, so it's a quarter till 8. Central Kentucky Outdoors, blind doe down. But nice doe, Central Kentucky Outdoors, John Brash. Opening day, September 1st, 2018. Got the doe I came after. So now if I get a 170-inch velvet buck that's roaming the country, well, it's just an added bonus, but I got the trophy right here. No, I'm joking. 170-inch buck comes by. Yeah, they're here. We'll see what happens. It's hard to say how old this doe was. 5 years ago when John bought this property, this doe was on trail camera then with twin fawns, so she's an old doe. So here's what we got going on. Mike shot a buck with John's name G2. Last year it was a nice buck. It's grown. You saw him both years.
Yeah, I hunted him last year and let him walk. I watched him 5 or 6 different days, different hunts, and watched him feed up underneath them several times and didn't shoot him because we knew that
he was bigger this year. We shot him tonight. They got blood. They found the arrow. We're thinking it's probably liver. Blood. We've given it a few hours already. It's 9:30. We're going to go up, have a bite, eat. Talk John into allowing us to go out and look for it tonight, save the meat. We're pretty confident we'll find that deer tonight. Probably won't hunt in the morning, but that's okay. We're going to go find Mike's deer.
Amen.
Amen.
That's what I'm talking about.
Because he wasn't running up or downhill until he hit this one little spot, and then he climbed up on this little knoll where that little drain runs up. It kind of just peters out. And he laid right there. And we don't know where the fuck he went. And then the next time I saw him, he was back closer to the stand, downhill just a little. If it was him, could you see his horns at that time?
No, I couldn't.
Well, Mike shot deer last night. We're just got a hold of a guy trying to see if we can get a dog out here and see if we can't figure out what happened, where he went.
And he'll pretty much stay at last blood until I tell him to advance. You guys stay behind us. Yes, come on guys! Yes, good boy!
This segment of Bone Wild TV was brought to you by Honda Power Sports, Henry Firearms, and ESH Custom Calls.
If you've ever hunted for any amount of time, you're gonna hit a deer and a blood trail is gonna be almost next to impossible to follow. That's what happened with my buddy Mike Lohr from Florida. He shot this big velvet 10 and we just cannot find any blood. We did some research. We got a hold of Brain Dagen from Michigan Deer Trackers Association. He happened to be in Kentucky and he came to help us.
Well, Mike shot deer last night. We're just got a hold of a guy trying to see if we can get a dog out here and see if we can't try to figure out what happened, where he went.
Mike has no worries. He's making grits.
Gotta make the grits, baby. Gotta have it.
Dan will come to where I have either conclusive evidence that the dog is on the deer, because once he locks onto a deer, it's
He's good.
Yep.
How old is he?
6.5 years old.
Oh, he's been doing this for a while.
Yep. So and then he'll pretty much stay at last blood until I tell him to advance, and then you guys stay behind us.
I'm pulling up the rear.
Come right through here. But this is where he crossed right here. Follow that little bitty trail right there. He may have hit that one to the left, but that's his deer track right there.
gone in that field, hasn't he?
Over that. Hey. Good boy. Good boy. Can we go out there?
Yeah.
And what we want to see him do is when he gets close to a recovery, his nose will pick up. Do it. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Yes! Come on, guys! Yes! Good boy! That's a hell of a job, buddy. Good boy!
Hey!
Come on, boys! Come get him! Ah, good boy! Yeah! Rock star! Yes, sir!
Brian.
You weren't finding this one without him.
No.
Look at that, you don't even care. Good boy. Not a single drop of blood. Not one. Woo! Right.
Amazing watching that dog work.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, man.
Hey, buddy. That's the rock star right there. All right.
We got it!
Big job.
Man, I'm just beside myself. 'Cause
Going downhill ain't gonna be a problem.
obviously, man, when you get in a situation like this,
We can lift that thing over.
there's always a lot of doubt, sleepless time.
And I'll
And,
hit the feeder, and then we can throw him in the truck.
But man, that dog did the trick, man. I'm
Go to the
tickled.
feeder downhill.
He's a fine buck too. As many times as I looked at that rascal last year, and he was pretty nice last year, but it was worth the wait.
The mass is worth the wait.
And like I said, man, I don't know what I could have done any better
You
with the
couldn't
shot.
shot him any
so-
better than that. The only
But
thing I
that
can-
just goes to show
how tough they are.
how tough them rascals are. And when you do seal the deal on one of these things, it's worth it. All that time and money and scent control and everything we do to hunt these whitetails. It's awesome. Thank the Lord.
Oh, that's real.
Turns out that Mike had one lung on this deer. We walked within 30 yards of it the night before and we never saw it. There was little to no blood to follow. Without Mack, without Brian, without all the crew, we never found this deer. Big shout out to Brain Dagen, Michigan Deer Trackers Association.
We just want to thank to Michigan Deer Tracking Network for making this possible for us to come down here and helping these hunters out in the great state of Kentucky. So we're on to the next track.
Somebody come grab a hook.
Just drag it to me.
Fixed blade or mechanical?
Fixed.
Fixed. You ready?
Yep.
Come on, baby, get in there. Oh. Now we'll get some traction. But going uphill, sometimes that hurts you. Boy,
Man, it sure is special when you can arrow one of these big jokers like this one. We had to have a little help. We shot him last night. Had to have a little help with the dog, and the dog did it. And appreciate these guys from Michigan coming in here this morning and helping us with the dog. Man, it's been great, and sure appreciate what you guys do. And that's what it's all about, man. The hunting community, man. We just all looking out for each other, and man, it's great, man. Archery hunting in Central Kentucky outdoors, ain't nothing like it. Big velvet bucks, baby.
This segment of Bone Wild TV was brought to you by Case Knives, Central Kentucky Outdoors, and Alps Outdoors.
So we're headed to Salviza, Kentucky. We're going to be hunting Central Kentucky Outdoors. We're going to be doing some spring turkey hunting. It's going to be a great time. All right, it's our second night here at Central Kentucky Outdoors. I'm in a different location. Mike was able to find that nice big velvet buck. I brought in a dog, found it. See if I can't get a velvet buck tonight. Here we go.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Pulsar Thermal and Night Vision.
Sun's beginning to go down. About 7:15. Hopefully the deer will start moving. We're right on a creek here, so maybe they need a drink. Food to my right, creek to my left. Well, man, I only have 1 or 2 days left for a velvet. Better get her done.
Another great week here at Central Kentucky Outdoors. I wasn't able to get that big velvet buck, had my eyes set on, but there was some redemption with that blind doe. You know, Mike Lure killed a great big velvet 10-pointer that Central Kentucky Outdoors is known for. You know, I learned a lot about the scent trailing process, how these dogs work, the training process. It was really a neat experience, and we'll be back next year.